403-614-6499. My buddy and the owner of Volunteer Rid-A-Pest, but a proud Cleveland Lions Club member is Erik Gardner. Erik, good morning. How are you, bud?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. We want to talk about a couple of topics here. I want to begin with the Lions Club. How long have you been in the Lions Club?
I think I joined in 1996.
Wow.
So it's hard to believe, but almost 30 years.
Wow. What interested you? What made you want to join?
Well, it's funny. I had, for years, had kind of wanted to get involved with something to help the community and didn't really know how, didn't know where to go, didn't know who to talk to. And a friend of mine, Kurt Duncan, invited me to a Lions Club meeting. So I went, liked what I saw, and been a member ever since.
Wow. I know you're doing a membership drive currently, so tell me about that.
Well, we're looking for people that want to serve their community. And the Lions Club, I think, is an excellent way to do it. The Lions Club was started in 1917 in Chicago, Illinois by a man named Melvin Jones. And he just saw a need in the community. He was helping widows and orphans at that time. You know, somebody had passed away and their family needed help, they would step in and help them. He and other businessmen. Well, the club grew all across the Midwest to several thousand members. In 1925, they had a convention, and Helen Keller was their speaker. And so she came and spoke to them and challenged them to become the Knights of the Blind.
Wow.
And so they had a unanimous vote that night and decided that's going to be our mission. We're going to help people with vision impairment.
Wow.
So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's how it started. So we do other things too, but our primary focus is sight conservation. We want to help people keep their vision. If they don't, we want to help them in any way we can. Right now, we perform vision screenings on all the local schools. It's a mandated thing that they have to do vision screenings, and most school systems have the eye chart. And they have a school nurse has to do that. Well, we have a special camera, and these things cost, I think, around $7,000 each. Yeah. And United Way helped us with those. But we can just scan the child's eyes. They don't have to do anything other than look into the camera. That way they could be preschool. They don't even need to know their alphabet. Wow. It could be an elderly person that can't communicate very well. And we can screen their eyes, and it tells us if they need further evaluation. We don't diagnose anything. We're not doctors, but we can say, hey, there's something up here. You need to go see a doctor. And when they do that, if they can't afford the eyeglasses, they can't afford the appointment, we help them.
Wow.
So we have a number of doctors we work with here locally, and they will give a discounted rate. We pay the difference, and the person receiving the treatment only has to pay $20.
Wow.
So they do have to pay something,
Sure.
but anybody can come up with $20 to save their vision.
Absolutely.
So last year in the Cleveland and Bradley County school system, we screened 5,031 children's eyes.
Wow.
And 504 were referred for further evaluation.
About 10%, something about that nature.
Yeah, about 16%, a little more.
Oh, wow, a little more. Okay.
A little more, about 16%. And so of that number, I don't know exactly how many actually needed glasses or needed some, but we have found some kids that actually needed surgery.
Wow.
So it picks up little irregularities in the eye, and then we can refer them on. So it's just a good way to catch things early before they become a real problem. We also collect used eyeglasses. We have various drop box locations. So if you have old eyeglasses you don't need anymore, they're sitting around in a drawer, you can bring them to one of our drop box locations. We send them off to Lions International. They refurbish them. They sort them by prescription. Then they ship them off to third world nations for people who need them, then give them to them. So without that, they just wouldn't have the eyeglasses they need. We support the Tennessee School for the Blind. We support leader dogs for the blind. Now, these leader dogs, you've seen CNI dogs, some people call them. It takes about a year and a half and around $7,000 to train these dogs.
Wow.
And we give them to the recipients absolutely free.
My goodness.
So,
wow.
So it's a really good program. It helps a lot of people. We work locally with Caris Community Health, where adults can go in there if they need vision correction, they don't have the money, we'll help with that. And if they need cataract surgery, some people need it and don't have insurance, or just the insurance only covers so much, they don't have the deductible. We help with that. And these typically cost around $5,000, and the Lions Club raises the money, we help pay for that.
My goodness, joined by Erik Gardner, representing the Cleveland Lions Club. And so, just sitting here thinking about all of these things that the Lions Club does, it's quite frankly unbelievable. It's a great story about Helen Keller. I did not realize she challenged the club at that time. All right, so if people are interested in finding out more about the Lions Club and possibly joining, what do you tell them, how they get involved?
Well, we meet every second and second and fourth Wednesday at the Elks Lodge.
Okay.
So the second and fourth. Our next meeting is going to be the 12th of March at the Elks Lodge. The meeting goes from 12 to 1. Come a little early, 11:30, 11:45. Where you can meet some of the other members. We can talk a little bit, and then we have lunch. It's included, and then you can see what we're all about and see if you want to be a part of our group.
That's a great way to do it. All right, so now we're going to transition. So Eric is also the owner of Volunteer. You got more about Lions Club before we go?
No. That's it.
Volunteer Rid-A-Pest. All right, we're in. It's game time. It's springtime almost. Doesn't feel like it, but 6th day of March. Give us an update, Eric. Volunteer Rid-A-Pest.
That is funny you mentioned that because about the middle of February, we had a few warm days. We had people calling in, hey, can we start our mosquito treatments early?
Really?
Because they were already out biting. So in southeast Tennessee, you never know. You could have a cold day and then 2 days later hit 70 degrees. You just don't know. The insects don't die, as many people believe. They go dormant, and as soon as it gets warm and sunny, they wake up, and here they are again. Our company, I want to say this, we're in competition with a lot of big national companies. And my wife and I traveled out west to Colorado Springs like this past summer. And we noticed how it just seems like all cities kind of look the same now. You see an O'Charlie's on every corner. You see a Applebee's, you just the same thing. A lot of large pest control companies are buying up the small local companies. And it's going to, the mom and pop businesses are going to become a thing of the past unless, we support our local businesses. We need to do that. One thing different about us is we are not all about the money. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to make money. Yeah, sure. But when you're a large company, it's all about the board of directors trying to get every dime of profit out of everything that they can. We're in hiring process right now. We've had a lot of different employees of other companies come to us seeking another job. And they're telling us the same thing. They want us to get 18 to 20 houses a day treated. They say they can do it in 8 hours. They say we can't. It's taking 10, 11, 12 hours. Even at that, there's no way you can treat a house. When we come to your house, we're not in and out in 10 minutes.
No.
It takes a while.
Oh, we like to talk and all that too.
But it takes a while, if you want to do the job right.
Sure.
So I limit my guys to 8 to 10 stops a day, and that includes mosquito treatments, which don't take as long. They're 15 to 30 minutes, depending on the size of the lawn. So we want to limit them because, there's the old battle, quality versus quantity. You can do a whole big quantity, but you can't have any quality. Or you spend too much time, super quality, but not enough quantity. It's that balance, that fine line. And so we have figured it out. About 8 to 10 a day, you can do a good job. The customers are happy because any transaction, any negotiation, both parties have to feel good.
That's right.
Feel like they got their money's worth, feel like they were treated with respect. We want to make a little money. It's got to work for both.
Absolutely.
And in so many of these big corporations, it just doesn't. So if you currently have service with a big company, they come when you're not home, they send you a bill, or they draft money out of your bank account or your debit card, and you're not happy, you don't have to put up with it. Call Volunteer Rid-A-Pest. We will come out, treat you with respect. If you're not happy with the service, you let me know. We'll come back and do it again for free. If you're still not happy, I'll give you money back. So
what's the phone number, Eric?
698-7205.
And, of course, they can Google Volunteer Rid-A-Pest, as the jingle says.
Yeah, Google Volunteer Rid-A-Pest or go to volpest.com.
Volpest.com. And you're doing a commercial right now that's getting a lot of play and people are paying attention to it. Drive-by pest control. What does that mean? Is that what you just said?
It's basically what I was just talking about. They have so little time to do the job. They just show up, jump out, treat around the outside of your house, knock on the door. If you don't answer, they're gone. They'll leave a bill on your door. And I've had so many people call in and complain about it. There was a local company here that sold out recently. We've taken a lot of their customers because they're just not happy with the new management, how they're doing business. They just debit their card, and they don't even know if they've been to their house.
My goodness. Yeah, don't put up with that. You don't have to. Eric Gardner, Volunteer Rid-A-Pest, take it from me. They do a tremendous job and make sure you're happy. Let's do the phone number and the contact info one more time, Eric.
698-7205, or get us online at volpest.com.
All right, Eric. Hey, bud, thanks so much. And again, the Lions Club, of course, they are taking new members right now. Head over to the Elks Lodge the 2nd and 4th Wednesdays of the month. Noon, is that right?
12 noon, but you can come a little earlier and hang out.
Just don't look at Kurt Duncan. That'd be a
right.
big mistake. All right, it's 9 before the hour. Thank you, Eric. Coming up, we're going to be joined by